Hi, my name's John T. Wright, and this was a pre-pour for a pre-privileged drink before I went and did my show. I spun the wheel, it landed on number 7, completion, of course. You know, that's where Donald Trump is today. He's in completion. I looked at some of the headlines that I seen. One that stands up, that's just standing right here before my eyes, is the one where he can hardly stand today. Isn't that nice? Guess who's standing right here, and I'm doing just goddamn fine. And I love everyone. You know what? If you just stay away from me, I get less angered at you. But people that fucking get near me, they goddamn get me pissed off. Like somebody that was here this morning using an saw out here on fucking metal at 7:30 in the morning next to my motorhome. That won't be happening again. And it better fucking not, because if it happens again, I know somebody that's going to get their goddamn ass kicked instantly. So I just want you to know, renters fucking have rights too, and I goddamn won't have nobody fuck with me anywhere, anytime, any place soon. And by the way, I was thinking about going to Lincoln City because I want to go gambling. And by the way, I'm telling you, I'm going down south for the winter. I don't know whether I'm going to be renting this, so I'll leave on a good mood anyway, because I plan to come back. You know, I can go south for the winter and I can come back when I want. I figure 4 or 5 months might be good for me. Come back in about March, because it usually snows on my brother's birthday, February 26th, so just goddamn beware. Right there in February, my brother says, you know, it usually snows, and by the way, he put it in my goddamn head, and it fucking usually does snow. I just want you to know it does work like that. And another thing that does happen is things are symbolic with the Holy Father too. A lot of things that's happened in my life has happened, and some things were symbolic. Just like meeting the Sharia woman down here at the Steamboat Landing right down here in Camas, Washington, where that mighty storm was just recently that wreaked havoc in the Pacific Northwest. And if you look at my history of my past, the Walmart up there in Lewis County, Washington, buildings happening in Morton, Washington, in that very town where I predicted it would happen, roofs were caving in and they were screaming to God that it would stop happening. When I finally heard something like that, you know what? It subsided too. Isn't that goddamn nice? And I just love how the way the Holy Father does work with me in amazing ways. And I was going to do my fingernail polish tonight, which I probably will do. And this song, you know, this song has meaning to me. When I was a child, I was being tied up in the house on Division Street that Terry Shortridge soon would get murdered at. And they were playing the big band music from Miller's big band music. I forget the man's first name, Glenn Miller, okay? And then this Vicki Lawrence song right here. And this here song right here, I was being tied up in the front room of that house by my brother Jim and my sister Patty, tied up and beat in a chair, and also rolled up in a carpet. My sister Patty jumped on my back, and my brother Jim would beat me with a broom. And also, prior to this, before the game of tie it up start, and I'm always the person that gets tied up, my brother Jim was playing the Beatles' Come Together Right Now over me with a broomstick and stuff in that front room. So if Jim hears this, he knows I'm telling the goddamn truth now, ain't I, brother Jimmy? Which I love, by the way. Isn't that nice? My brother Jim asked me to go get help. He says, John, bring the Marines. Jim, I'm better than the goddamn Marines now, ain't I? Look at Lebanon, they're being crushed. Look at Iran, they're about ready to get blown off the goddamn map. Look at fucking Russia, it sounds like they want Putin out of office. My gosh, they fucking put a nuclear device, a missile on the launch pad, and it fucking blew up. Isn't that fucking cool? Isn't God working in mysterious ways? How everything's gone goddamn backwards on everyone. And by the way, Donald Trump, he can't even fucking hardly stand today. And I just goddamn love it. talked to two of my fucking favorite girlfriends today on the phone, Susan Donahoe, and this woman that I met. She was a really nice woman. I gave her some treatment and stuff on her stomach and stuff. So if she watches this, gosh darn it, I had remembered your name right up to the time I was supposed to say it. And Elisa, I believe it was. I gave her a hula hoop too. By the way, I kept it moving. You move it or you lose it. And by the way, I love everyone unless you goddamn are against the Holy Father. Hey, if you want to impress me, you'll impress the Holy Father by getting into the King James Version of the Bible today. I like the Schofield edition myself because Malin Park Kent gave me it. Malin Park Kent, the Zodiac Killer, disappeared in the park, and my mother hid behind Malin Park Kent. The Zodiac hid behind the park. And then we got Nicholas Park Kent. Who's hiding behind you, Nicholas? And Debbie Ann Wright, that's actually not my sister. She's actually my aunt that they passed them off on me. And my sister Bonnie betrayed me so goddamn long ago by passing off my little sister, or passing her daughter off as my sister. You fool. You fooled me not. Neither will you fool the Holy Father in heaven. And you better get on your goddamn knees and fucking repent for what you fucking said to me in your driveway. And she called me a goddamn mooch. You fucking cunt. That's my sister, and I can talk to her any goddamn way I want, and her husband can't even fucking tell me I can't. And by the way, she let him be my best man. They pulled a fucking con with me getting married to Kathy. Jesus Christ, you goddamn people be fucking ashamed. And by the way, watch that fucking videotape, Ernie, that you and Bonnie fucking taped the wedding. Guess what? God came over me and Kathy right there, and the evidence sits right there in your goddamn fucking lap in your homes. And by the way, check this out. Now here's one for all of you. This is Vicki Lawrence. On his way home to Frankenthal, 2 weeks home and he thought he'd stop the waits and having a drink before he went home to her. And he always said hello. He said hi, what you doing? Whoa, he says sit down, I got some bad news, it's gonna hurt. He says I'm your best friend and you know that's right. Your young bride ain't home tonight. And she's been gone, she's been seeing that Amos boy since. He saw red and he saw red, and he said, boy, don't you lose your head, 'cause to tell you the truth, I've been with her myself. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. Twang. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. Don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern lawyer, 'cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hands. And he got scared and left the bar, walking on home 'cause he didn't live far, 'cause and he didn't have many friends and he just lost him one. Brother thought his wife must have left town. He sent home and finally found the only thing Papa had left him, and that was a gun. He went over to Andy's house, skipping through the backwoods, my wife's house, and came upon some tracks too small for Andy to make. He looked through the screen at the back porch door, and he saw Andy lying on the floor in a puddle of blood, and he started to shake. The Georgia Patrol wasn't making their rounds, so he fired a shot just to flag him down. And Big Valley Sheriff grabbed his gun and said, why'd you do it? Jesus Christ, they framed him. Guilty and make a true trial. Slapped the sheriff on the back with a smile, said, the sucker's waiting at home, and I gotta get to it. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. Whoa. Don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern lawyer, 'cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hands. He's on his hands. before I could say tracks they saw while on my way to Andy's house, that night was hers. They never left town, and that's one body that'll never be found, 'cause little sister don't miss when she shoots her gun. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that that's the night they hung an innocent man. Don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern lawyer, 'cause the judge and the sheriff's got bloodstains all over their goddamn hands. In Morton, Washington, and Lewis County, I goddamn know the truth. Do you? You do now.